manipulator. Does anyone know why they won't do that? If everyone keeps saying it is currency manipulation, but yet the administration won't cite them.
Yeah, quite frankly, this has been going on for a long time.
Could you speak up just a little bit?
Yeah, this
please?
has been going on for a long time. This is not just within the last 4 or 5 years. So from this is a national problem, right? This isn't a political issue. I do think
but I'm saying, so where do what?
The best answer,
left
the
to be
only
done?
answer I keep hearing is, well, we can't get into a trade war with the Chinese. That will start a trade war, and in actuality,
So
we are in.
just expect to have more Weirtons, and Martins Ferry, and Bel Air just dry up.
Well, sir, I can't answer that from the standpoint of the administration or the Congress, but I can tell you from the standpoint of a CEO of a large manufacturing company that operates in 18 states in the United States, many of whom were represented on this panel, that this is a war, and this is a trade war, and we can't stand behind the view that we don't want to.
So
upset
would we be adding to this trade war if we tried to level the playing field?
I don't believe.
Let me
so,
finish.
no.
If we were to level the playing field by requiring, as part of the determination for fair trade or fairness, to have our competing nations have the same air and water qualities that we have here in America?
I think that is part of the level of the playing field.
And what would happen what would happen to American production if we could cause that to happen, that nations would have to meet our standards so that it is a level playing field? I'm a fellow of the American Society of Civil Engineers, so I'm well aware of all the bridges and repairs that have to be done. I'm very concerned that we're going to continue to lose our position. So what happens then?
I think what happens is that you have a stronger U.S. economy that is growing and providing jobs. That's what happens.
How about, I assume the rest of you would agree with that really would have a dramatic impact. I don't know how realistic it is, but I sure think it ought to be a shot fired across someone's bow. Yes, U.S. Steel?
If I could just add, Mr. McKinley, last week the American Iron and Steel Institute always releases our industry's utilization statistics. Last week our industry ran at about 73 or 4%. Last week China set an all-time record production. Okay, so in our country, if we need 120 million tons of steel, we're only producing about 90-some million tons of that. The rest has come from places that don't live here. As a young auditor, Mr. McKinley, my first client was Wheeling-Pittsburgh Steel. I've been to Benwood, Beach Bottom, Follinsby, Martins Ferry. I've been there. It's tragic. And if we were running at 85 or 90%, those folks would be at work today.
All right, let me just close in the time frame I have. I don't know whether any of you are aware that there's a potential trade barrier or conflict we're having with Canada right now. That steel pipe. There's in the province of Ontario, the Regional Council of Peel has banned the use of steel pipe in a $500 million water project. Are any of you aware of that they're banning steel pipe? They're replacing it with concrete. And what I want to make sure is that we stop this trade problem early before it becomes contagious and other people pick up on that issue. So any of you could look into that, I'd love to hear back from you.
Thank you,
very
Mr.
much.
McKinley. And now Mr. Guthrie from Kentucky.